Geschisserei.
Mein Führer, darf ich Ihnen zum Geburtstag gratulieren?
Wenn er sich ohne Befehl entfernt hat, ist das Fahnenflucht.
Mein Führer, wir haben noch keine Meldung. Ich spreche gerade mit Koller.
Koller, geben Sie mir Koller. Koller.
Thank you. 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 Thank you.
Sie wissen, dass Berlin unter Artilleriefeuer liegt.
I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
Hören Sie den Beschuss nicht?
I had 1% inflation. I had actually no inflation because if you look at the categories, we had just about no inflation, but I had a very minor, I actually had a positive inflation. It was a perfect number. Because you don't want zero. I mean, I'm not going to give you a whole course on economics.
Die Russen sollen eine Eisenbahnbrücke über die Oder haben.
You can't walk across the street to get a loaf of bread. You get shot. You get mugged. You get raped. You get whatever it may be. And you've seen it, and I've seen it.
Kommende Generation dankbar sein. Ich übernehme für alles die volle Verantwortung.
You got windmills all over the place, and you have birds. You want to see a bird cemetery? Just go under a windmill. You see thousands of birds dead.
Das sind ja nur 12 Kilometer bis zum Stadtkern. Ist der Russe schon so nah?
And by the way, I'm a big fan of electricity.
Haben Sie noch Zweifel an meinem Befehl? Ich glaube!
We will be creating so much electricity that you'll be saying, please, please, President, we don't want any more electricity. We can't stand it. You'll be begging me, no more electricity, sir. We have enough. We have enough.
Ich habe mich klar genug ausgedrückt. Ganz Europa erobert.
I don't ramble. I'm a really smart guy, really smart.
Wenk soll mit der 12. Armee die Sache unterstützen.
I had an uncle who was a great professor at MIT for many years. I think the longest tenure ever, very smart. Had 3 different degrees. And, so I have an aptitude for things. There is such a thing as an aptitude. I said, well, what would happen if this boat is so heavy and started to sink and you're on the top of the boat? Do you get electrocuted or not? In other words, the boat is going down and you're on the top. Will the electric currents flow through the water and wipe you out? And let's say there's a shark about 10 yards over there. Would I have to immediately abandon or could I ride the electric down? And I said, sir, nobody's ever asked us that question. But, sir, I don't know. I said, well, I want to know because I guarantee you one thing. I don't care what happens. I'm staying with the electric. I'm not getting over with it. So I tell that story. It's, just fun. And the fake news, they go, he told this crazy story with electric. It's actually not crazy. It's sort of a smart story, right? It's sort of like, it's like the snake. It's a smart. When you figure what you're leaving in, right? You're bringing it in. The snake, right? The snake.
Von allem Anfang an bin ich so verraten und betrogen worden. Es wurde ein ungeheurer Verrat geübt am deutschen Volke.
So I'd call up my wife and I'd say, baby, who could draw crowds? Nobody can draw crowds like me. Nobody, not even close. I'm the greatest of all time, maybe greater even than Elvis. Because Elvis had a guitar. I don't have a guitar. Elvis had a guitar. I don't have the privilege of a guitar.
Nur um zu lernen, wie man Messer und Gabel hält. Aber alle diese Verräter werden bezahlen.
I've spoken to the biggest crowds. Nobody's spoken to crowds bigger than me. If you look at Martin Luther King, when he did his speech, his great speech, and you look at ours, same real estate, same everything, same number of people, if not, we had more. And they said he had 1 million people, but I had 25,000 people. But when you look at the exact same picture, and everything's the same because it was the fountains, the whole thing, all the way back to from Lincoln to Washington. And you look at it, and you look at the picture of his crowd, my crowd. We actually had more people. They said I had 25,000, and he had 1 million people. And I'm okay with it because I liked Dr. Martin Luther King.
Wildfremder, unberechenbarer Künstler. All die anderen, ja.
If I don't win, you will have a 1929-style depression. Enjoy it. I believe that. I believe that. I believe it.
Um sich zu autorisieren, behauptet ich wäre krank.
We're a stupid country that's run by stupid people.
Was hat daraus gemacht? Hat die Korruption in unserem Staat möglich gemacht.
I don't like when people call me stupid. I had great heritage, an uncle who was a great, great genius. A father who was a genius. Everybody, we have a lot of geniuses. I don't like being called stupid. Is there a test or something I can take?
Die gesamte Generalität ist nichts weiter als ein Haufen niederträchtiger, treuloser Feigling!
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Man müsste die ganze Luftwaffenführung sofort aufhängen!
I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You gotta get out and vote.
Das ist unerhört. Unerhört. Der Russe steckt 12 Kilometer vom Stadtkern. Und ich erfahre das sozusagen auf Nachfrage.
Mein Führer, vielleicht handelt es sich ja wirklich um Fernfeuer. Sie erwähnten eine Eisenbahnbrücke über die Oder.
Ach, Unsinn!